Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Browns going up against the Vikings. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are on the eastern side of downtown Minneapolis at the gorgeous new U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. A good pickup there at 22.
Kyle Rudolph doing his job and making another nice catch. Come on, it's the month of December. You knew he was going to be there, right?
I knew you were going to go there.
Let's go.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Okay, Charles, the Vikings offensive starters, a former Ole Miss Rebel is a guy to watch, and that's Laquan Treadwell.
No doubt about it, and when you look at his speed, forget it. All right, just throw out that time stuff. Watch his play speed. He plays the game really fast and big and aggressively. They want to call him Megaquan. If he plays to that, he'll really help this Vikings team.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. That's caught by Treadwell. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but
and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 19 yards that time for number 19. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Let's go. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Come on, let's go. They'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Andre Hawkins, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They start the drive with Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning. Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. This is fielded at the 27. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Holding. Defense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They'll look to throw here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on fourth and long. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bridgewater now on second down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Bridgewater down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Hey, Charles, you give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Oh, the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they try the right side here. And some room to roam now. A big pickup there on the run. 30 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Now back to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the 1st half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Bridgewater. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
Watch time. Tight end right. Let's go. Way 90.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Hey. Way 90.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight his way. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great. It didn't check off every box, but the most important one, got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Get ready. Way 90.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here.
Let's go. 180.
Bridgewater a give. This is Peterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra DB defensively here. Big stop needed on 3rd and goal.
He may be a blitzer.
He's back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, they're still going to have to go for it after that play, and I'm not sure that the running game is going to be a part of what they have to do on 4th down now.
From this far out, you wouldn't think so. Desperation time, 4th down, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
Here we go.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have. And
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And quickly they get to the line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So this game will come down to the right leg of Cam. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the Browns getting set to go. Last drive, touchdown, surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
He's going to float this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Vikings, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles.